Well, for me, you know, walking into the stadium was one of those things. I was playing in AAA, and I've been to only a couple big league games my whole life. You know, as a spectator, I think I went to a Cardinals game and to one Royals game, and when I got there, the game was already going on, and they set me down, signed a little contract. I threw on my uniform for the first time, and I walk out through the tunnel and into the dugout, and then you look up and you're just like, wow, you know, kind of in awe. And for me, that was one of my coolest moments. Was the first. I didn't even play in the game. You know, I was just sitting in the dugout, and you're just looking around like, this is not Toledo anymore. You know, I don't know, 50,000 fans, whatever. There's just people everywhere. Everybody's loud. For me, that was a pretty cool moment. And then, you know, playing the actual game, first at bat, you're always nervous. You know, and then you kind of get through that and just start playing baseball.
Quintin, want to hit that one?
For me, I think it was, I mean, a lot of people like to call it out, but the day, my first big league game, I got called up and got bunt double. And
Bunt double.
We're not slow on you.
So when I got on second base and I turned in and I was excited about it, and looked in and I saw what I thought everybody would be clapping, and people just kind of had blank stares on their face. You really understand what just happened. But that was probably one of the most memorable moments. And I got a lot of phone calls about that. Yeah, that was it, man. But ever since then, it's been amazing. Yeah.
You want to hit that one, Drew?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same. I remember my first start, walking out, and, you know, get ready to warm up, and all the Tiger fans, you know, rushing into their seats, getting there early, cheering me on. I mean, I had so much butterflies in my stomach, and then when the game started, my first three hitters went out and hit the wall. And I was at base loaded to go out. It's my first game, and I remember saying on the mound, like, what if I got myself into? But luckily, somehow I was able to get out of it without anyone scoring, and from that moment on, I was just like, all right, you know, pretty good moment.
Okay, next question is from Ron Traeger of McBain High. Want to go away? Don't be shy. Okay. Right back at you, Kansas guy. This is one of you, Drew. It's, this is good. Your longest start in rookie was 6 innings. But Brian wants to know, do you feel you're better equipped to pitch deeper in the games this season, independent probably what the skipper thinks, but that's the question.
Last year the longest one was 6 innings, but I mean, I've got longer, you know, in college or minor league, whatever the case is, but it's not really my fault. I mean, I just got out there and try to throw, get as many hitters out as I can, and then the skipper tells me when I'm done. So it's up to him, really.
Right. You make a good chamber guy. That was I'm going to go this way. This is from Carolyn Richards of Pines Grove Athletic Club. Carolyn, that was part of it. You submitted a question. Maybe asked. Okay. Well, the purpose of asking the question is to announce it so they can answer it. Okay. This is anybody, and you guys are young guys, but do you feel like the team's an extended family? And we're talking off-season. You know, you guys share time together, holidays. Gratefully, you had a short off-season. That's the best possible. I think we had one of the shortest off-seasons possible. But do you think of the guys as an extended family, or do you spend time with any of your teammates in the off-season?
The only teammate I've seen all season is the ones that sit close by, like Brian Holiday, one of our catchers. Me and him live real close, and we work out together and, you know, catch up. But, you know, you stay in touch with all your teammates, you know, wish them Merry Christmas on, you know, around the holidays. But, you know, everyone, you're with them every day. So when the all season starts, everyone's together, see the family. Once season starts, you see his face every day. So,
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to just say, you with each other for a long time.
We're getting the thing.
Yeah, so it's good to get away and let each other enjoy their families and not have to see people for a little bit. Like Andy, I can't go past the season with Andy. I don't want to see him. I'm tired of it.
You get like that back, Dirks. Go ahead.
No, I'm with these guys.
Okay.
I don't want to hear from them. You sent a few texts back and forth, but that's about it. And then, it's exciting to see these guys right now, in the caravan after not seeing them for a while. Because you do build a camaraderie, you're a family basically. It's like a whole bunch of brothers living together. You're going to have your scuffles and you're going to have little arguments, but at the end of the day, we all got each other's back.
Okay, I guess that's good. I mean, that's honest. It's wonderful. I guess January reigns supreme. This is for Bob Harvest of Citizens Bank. What team do you think you will be playing in the World Series? Like that. We're going to assume you're there. Who are you going to play?
The Padres.
Padres. Hometown team for you.
I know it's great.
National, yeah.
You guess, okay. But what half of the bracket's going to be yours? Right here, right?
Yeah.
You guys. Okay, good. Just want to make sure we're set on that. This is from Doug Brown, great friend of the chamber. Huge Tiger fan. You go by his house any day in the summertime, and he's got a TV in his backyard, which is cool about Northern Michigan. You do that. We're good about that. Not a sort of question, but on the road, there is a lot of downtime. What do you guys do? Maybe any three of you. How do you kill time? Independent, going to the park. There's always downtime, so.
Downtime is usually spent sleeping. It's just one of those things, you get done with a 7 o'clock game. You might leave the field at 11:30. After you grab a bite to eat, take a shower. Sometimes it's later than that. Even you get back to your room, you're still wound up in the game, and then you have to let all that stuff process in your head. What happened in the game? You think about your at-bats, you think about the good, the bad, and the ugly. You think about everything, And so it usually takes you a few hours when you get back to the hotel, maybe watch a little TV. You look on your computer, and then you make your phone calls to your family and stuff, and go to sleep by maybe 2, 3 in the morning sometimes. So you go to bed at 2, 3 in the morning, and then you don't wake up till noon. Gets you,
Well, and Drew, your routine's different, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, the exact same. I mean, there really isn't much downtime. Downtime's the field, it's a locker room. You wake up, go to the field, get ready to play the game, go back to the hotel, repeat the process. It's, like you said, your mind's racing throughout, all the game of the day, so it's hard to wind down and go to sleep when you're still thinking about everything. So it's really just hanging out back in the hotel for me.
Yeah, do you, Quintin?
Yeah, just go back to the hotel and hang out. I'm a big FaceTime. My family, my wife and my son will be back in Detroit, so I like to FaceTime with him and see my son and try to see what they're doing and try to let them feel like I'm still there with them. Kind of hard being away from the family sometimes, but they pretty much say it's not easy. You can't just come home from a game and win a game or something like that. You come home and go jump right in bed and go to sleep. That's not going to happen. So my movie bill is kind of high too.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer. Hey Andy, this one's for you. Directly, it's from our 2013 Cadillac Leadership Class, which is a program in the chamber we're proud of. I think this was submitted by Caleb, but it's you, Andy, in particular. I think you can start 150 games, so I'm not going to paraphrase the question. Again, it might be a skipper question, but the real one, I think, is can you start 150? Because I think the person asking the question wants to see you start 150 games this year.
Well, I can do it. I just got to get my name in the lineup.
Maybe Caleb can help with that. Is there realistic expectations in each and every one this year?
It's one of those things. Every year brings something new, and with the addition of 4,000, we got a lot of great outfielders, and we got guys that can do a lot of different things. We got speed, power, and it probably will just depend on who's hitting at the time. To be honest with you, 100%. I mean, if I'm cold and Quintin's hot, he's playing. If Quintin's cold, I'm hot, I'm playing. Then we'll mix and match and give some of the other guys days off, and we'll go from there.
And it probably explains why we don't talk to each other the offseason.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense. This is from Dean Rowan of Eldorado Host Products, another great friend of the chamber and also a great manufacturer in this town. This could be anybody, and again, cameras rolling. This is an observation, but a question in there, so handle away. Maybe you want to take this one, Jordan. Jim Leyland does not seem like he talks too much to anyone in the dugout. What kind of manager is he to play for?
he's a class act guy, baseball guy at heart. He's a great manager. You know, it's one of those things. He's the boss, and we're the players. So you know, at the same time, you can't have, you know, the relationships that you have with managers are different than you can have with maybe say like a hitting coach or even earlier the earlier levels of the minor leagues and in college. Because you get to that point in this business, you know. So you go to work every day, and you go to the field. You're at work, and he's your boss. So you can't have that relationship like, hey, Jimmy, let's go hit around the golf and grab a beer afterwards. That's not going to happen, you know. But no, he's a good manager, and he's done a lot of good things for all three of us. You know, he's given us a chance to play more than other managers probably would.
Well, that's why you come again like I had beer with all of us sometimes. We'll put you in the starting line each time. It's okay. So it's one of the things. These are some common questions. But a lot of things focus on family. I think Quintin, you were probably the one that said it best, so I'm not going to go back to that question. One of the things that people really are curious, because you guys are great athletes, is the off-season diet, workout regimen, the change much, any of that stuff. Obviously, you know, you shut down after October, you should go a little bit late October. Do you do things differently with the off-season?
For me, off-season's one of the most important times to get, you know, to get healthy, to get strong, to get ready. I mean, once spring training starts, there's not many off days, and you're playing every day. And you know, by the end of the season, there's a lot of wear and tear, and you lose what you work for. So, for me, I'll try to work out as hard as I can all off season, so I can carry that with me throughout the season. Because when you're playing a game every day, you don't get that same opportunity to work out like you would in the off season.
Yeah, big difference in the 60s. You go down to Lake and get in shape.
Yeah.
Those days are over. Quintin, anything if you do anything different off season?
I mean, it's big time getting shape, like you said. I mean, that hits on 100%. You know, you really have to build your body up, and you really have to be ready to take on, you know, a 6-month, 7-month span. So you see guys coming into spring training, and you know, everybody's kind of ripped up and you know, getting a little bulkier, and lifting, running, getting in really good shape, and then over the span of the year, it just starts going away and dwindling away. You know, since you can't do that to your body all year. But I mean, right when I get home, I give myself about a week or 2 off, and then right back at it, especially after this, going to the World Series and stuff. You know, you only get 3 months off, so you got to get your body healthy, you got to be ready to come back and compete. You know, guys like me don't necessarily have a job 100% going into spring training, so I have to make sure that I'm ready to prepare and ready to fight for a spot. So get right back at it, do all the training and then hitting and everything I can. Luckily, I got the college there, and it's sunny right now in San Diego.
Sunny here.
80 degrees.
Sunny here.
It's sunny. We're inside. We're not going outside. Able to get out there and swing.
I'm on Monterey Field. I think this is going somewhere bad.
The one thing I think I'll add that folks don't always recognize is that although it's called the off-season, there is no real off-season for players. For that matter, same thing for our front office staff. I know that it's a business crowd. My wife likes to say that the off-season is for the fans only. I think there's something to be said for that. These guys may take a week or 2 off, let their bodies just relax with that. It is an off-season job, it's 9 to 5, but there's serious work that goes into the off-season, both for these guys and for our front office to be prepared for the grind of 162 games and hopefully a long season.
Well, we met with Jordan back in late November and December. It really was like he never misses a beat for his office, and that's the truth. That's what many organizations do. That's why we appreciate that component. And because the coolest thing is having a short off season. That's what you bet for, you know, it's probably done. One of the things, and this one an educator, Charlie Schwartz, who's the question of soccer guys, I think it's a great question. You lived the dream, you got to the show. But if you never did get to the show, what do you think you'd be doing at this respective age? If you really, I know that's probably from the day you were born, and wanted to play the bigs, but what do you think? And quite frankly, it could be a post-career move at this point, 10, 15 years down the road. But what do you think you would do? Joe?
Right now, I'd probably be in my 5th or 6th year of college.
Right on track. Andy, you want to feel one of those? I realize you're living your dreams. None of us, and that's why we're so excited. You guys are 1 in a trillion essentially as athletes, but at some point, if you ever growing up and you say, I don't picture you saying, you know, I'd be pretty good at golf. That just doesn't look like it.
I don't have to be answering that question other than maybe the conditions or something like that.
I like it. Quintin?
I want to sell houses. I want to be a real estate agent.
We want you to buy.
So all you guys houses.
Well, you can see it's always sunny here. I don't think it was in Grand Rapids. You know what? A lot of water, a lot. You know what? All-Star break? Come up, shop for a house. You good?
I'm cool.
Well, really, July, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, July. July house.
Hey, with success comes pressure. And one of the common questions was, is there more pressure on the club this year, coming off the series, expectations of who you are? Is there either organizational more pressure, or are you putting any more pressure on yourself for 2013?
I think last year, was pressure enough. I don't know about you guys, but we've been expecting the Tigers to win for the last couple of years, and they keep on adding pieces of the puzzle and putting this team in a great opportunity to win. So I don't think the pressure is going to amount any more. I don't think it's going to get any greater. I think we all expect it. You guys expect it, and we can't ask for anything less. We expect you guys to expect it. So we just got to get it done and win 4 more games for you and bring the championship home. So pressure or not, that's what we're going to do. So. Yeah.
Go ahead, man. You can't say better than that, Bob.
The expectation of the Tiger fans are going 162 regular season games and sweep the playoffs. That's the way it's been, so I don't think you can build on any more of that.
Well, if you're playing at least 150 games, what? You're going to throw 162 games right through. We'll be there.
Yeah. Jim Leland says it all the time. So this is good pressure. This is the pressure you want to have. So if you can't enjoy this kind of pressure, you probably need to get out of the game. I think Jim says it throughout the season. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. But this is the pressure you want to have as a professional athlete and as an executive in sports. You want to be expected to win. You want to be prepared to win. You want to go out there to do that.
Well, it's funny because we've gotten a lot of questions about the skipper. And not put on the spot, but it's important because he's a visible face, and I think you said, you have an experience about it. It's at a Hall of Fame level, really, realistically, in numbers. We talked about what's playing for Jim Leland, but is there times where you come out and you say, my God, this guy knows so much about the game, even in the big leagues, just never thought that. Can you give me any just outside Jim Leland capture? This is probably more from a manager standpoint, not as a friend going out and having a beer and all that stuff. A lot of questions about Jim Leland today.
I'll share Jim Leland's story first of all off the field. Jim has a reputation in the dugout. He's got the white hair and mustache. And, hiding a cigarette under his wrist like this. He can be grumpy with the media, but the truth is that he's a very funny guy. We posted a number of charity events where Jim will take the microphone and he'll sing for the crowd. 3 or 4 years ago, Curtis Anderson was out there before us, and Curtis had his own charitable foundation. Curtis held a wine tasting event where the live auction was a bachelor auction, where Curtis and 2 players were auctioned off to go on dates. Curtis, Edwin Jackson, a pitcher, and Ryan Perry. And it was a wine tasting event. People were sampling wine throughout the night, and Jackson gets auctioned off, and Curtis gets auctioned off, and Ryan gets auctioned off, and Jim says, I don't want to get auctioned off. Jim, well, I don't even know if you guys know this, but Jim walks on the stage in front of 400 people and says, turn off all your phones, turn off all your cameras, and takes off his shirt. Put him there topless and got auctioned off a couple $1,000 on tape. He is very, very funny. He's a wonderful storyteller. He's got all the baseball knowledge in the world, but he also has the right temperament. He knows how to walk through the clubhouse and make a joke or sing a song, and his hands tied in front of his pants here. And he looks rough, but he's a great man. He's a very funny person. He's quite entertaining. And I think he takes pride in making people laugh and for being the star of the moments.
That's great insight, because for those of us that get down the road once in a while, you see Jim walking around. He obviously lives downtown. He just walks around. How you doing? Takes a couple pictures. That's pretty rare. That's extremely rare for a major league manager to be so accessible, and then he lives downtown. How are we doing on time, Jim? Any more questions? And I'm going to shelf this out. You wanted a small ball question. I'm going to go strategy here. You didn't write it out, so you failed on the telephone. Okay, I got to say it loud enough and I'll repeat it. Yeah. We stranded a lot of guys on third base. Not you guys. Okay. Yeah. The question is leaving guys at third with less than 2 outs, not getting them home. And Dan's question, small ball, whether it's squeeze, bunts, that kind of thing.
As frustrating as that is for you, I think if I'm in that situation, don't get it done, I might be a little more ticked off than you are. We're not a small ball team.
The question was Dan Minor, President Cadillac January.
Okay, I might be a little more ticked off than you. I got to keep playing. He can catch it into the day after that. No, I don't see us playing more small ball per se. Our team's not built for it. We got sluggers and we got, we're not a speedy team by any means, but we got guys that can hit. And that's how you score runs in the big leagues. I mean, you can go there, you can bunt and do all the right things you want to do. Look at a team like Minnesota had to do it last year. And it doesn't work out in the big leagues like you would envision it working out in your head. Where, oh, you get them on, you get them over, you get them in. The pitchers are too good. That's the bottom line, you know. If there's a runner at third and it's the time run of the game, and it's the 7th, 8th inning, and the starter's 4 down, they're going to bring a guy down the bullpen going 102 with a nasty curveball and a changeup. And people get mad at you if you strike out with a runner at third and less than 2 outs. It's like, I was trying to hit.
I think he's ready. I think he's ready to play for me. I got to tell you, I grew up west side of Detroit, won hundreds of games at Tigers Stadium, and to me, there will never be more sacred ground. You guys are young. It's gone, and there's a flat ball, and there's a bit of pieces of diamond. Even at your age, are any of you students the history of baseball, or is more particular? And Co-America's it for you. Any fascination or understanding of that who played on that field from Cobb to Ruth to Garrett to DiMaggio and all the way up. Any appreciation of that, and I don't expect to say you do. Okay, we'll put you on the spot on that.
It's all those sport parks are fun to play at. You go to your Fenway, and I didn't get a chance to play at Old Yankee Stadium, but I'm sure, you know, we played at Wrigley this year. All those parks have a different aura about them, and yeah, they're not new and they're not modern. And I wish I could have played the old Tiger Stadium and all the different ones. And definitely, you think back, you know, when you go to a spot like that and you're out on the field, and you say, wow, you know, Ted Williams played here. And you think about all the greats that you've seen only in highlight videos because you weren't born yet. And you hear about their greatness, what they've done. Then we got guys like Al Kaline, and he's still a big part of Detroit Tigers baseball. And he's in the clubhouse and stuff, and those guys were amazing. You know, for the time, they're like Miguel Cabreras of their era. And it's pretty cool to go out there and to know that this is where it went down back then, just like it does now.
Yeah, you can argue.
That's our goal. But until you play the games, you know, you don't know what happens. You gotta take it one game at a time, and that's the kind of team we have, and we have the talent to do it, and the expectations are high, and they should be. You know, we're a good squad, and we know what we're expected to do, and we're going to go out and perform to the best of our abilities to try to bring a championship to Detroit.
That's a perfect ending, but I want to ask one last question. It's just one answer for all of you, because it is about three. For you, Drew, who's the athlete you idolized, you grew up, that's who I want to be, or that's who motivated you most? Then you have to be baseball. Who was that person for you?
I love Michael Jordan. I grew up being a big basketball fan, to be honest, and watching Michael Jordan play.
Okay, that's enough of that. Andy?
I like Barry Sanders.
There you go! God, British running back, ever. Quintin, you're a West Coast guy, SoCal guy, you're the greatest athlete growing up.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, well, you're faster, man.
Yeah, but he has better suits.
Again, if you get him home from third, there's more money in the game out there. Okay, I'm turn over to John Kaplan, but this is a big deal, and Jordan Field is responsible for guys coming here. Guys could have said no. Obviously, Quintin loves this kind of weather and is enjoying the sunshine here. But it's a big deal for them to come here. They got real lives, as they said, and as much as they enjoy each other, we enjoy working here. So thank you so much.